Senator, thank you for joining us here this morning with the GCP board. One of the conversations we talked about in the boardroom was NASA Glenn and how important NASA Glenn is to our community. Can you say a few more words about your perspectives on NASA Glenn and what we can be doing as a region to support that?
Yeah, first of all, remember there are only 10 NASA facilities in the whole country, and we have NASA Glenn here, and then we have what's used to be called Plumbrook, and now the Armstrong out in Sandusky, and they really work together and work with the whole state. I mean, we are increasingly considered an aerospace state. We have companies in Cleveland, many companies that feed into NASA Glenn. We have stable leadership now with Jimmy Kenyon working with you, Beju, working with a number of other companies, whether it's in universities, whether it's Case or BW or John Carroll. And there are so much of the supply chain we're bringing back for the first time in decades. We have a real industrial policy in this country where we really focus on bringing the supply chain home to Ohio, to the country. NASA Glenn is so well situated to do that, and I work the whole state on how do we make this an even more of an aerospace state, and NASA Glenn probably on one end and Wright-Patterson on the other really anchor that phenomenon, bringing jobs and growth to greater Cleveland.
The other thing that I love about NASA Glenn is kind of a space geek is its ability to inspire. We saw NASA hit some major milestones last year. Can you talk a little bit about how NASA Glenn can help us inspire the next generation of talent?
Yeah, well, my last trip to NASA Glenn, I go there fairly often, was with a bunch of students, and they had a number of NASA Glenn private company suppliers there meeting with students. These were kids out of the mostly Cleveland public schools, and they were inspired. They are sort of future Beju kind of space nerds, if you will. You said you were that, so I'm just repeating
that's
it. Okay. And you could just see the lights going for some of them. Like, I could do this. I could do this for a living. And it means a better space program. It means better economic development for all of us.
Now, the former Democratic senator for the state of Ohio had multiple trips up into space. Do you have any aspirations yourself to get into space?
I don't want to get into space. I just want to drive home at night. But thank you for that.
Thank you for being with us.